Alrighty, here we go again, guys. I did put the slider down to difficulty 100% again, if I didn't mention it before, because higher percentage doesn't mean higher, ranking. And going lower does mean lower ranking, so I don't know why that's a thing, but yeah. So 100% is basically the best to play at if you're trying to go up in ranking. So we're doing that, right? We're doing that. Let's go. Let's get into it. Bearskin, Merlin, Artemis, and Little Match Girl. Now, I don't mind going Bearskin here in Async. I still feel like Artemis is a really good pick. Maybe better in live than it is in the Async, but don't really want the other two, so it's between Artemis and Bearskin. And because Bearskin is kind of fun to play, and I feel like he's okay to take in Async, he can definitely be very good in Async. So let's go with it. Let's do some funky stuff here. Parrot. The owl is kind of hard to make work here. Why? Because it's a scaling unit on its own. Parrot could work because we can put something on the bench and get the buff that way, and then we can put it in again if it doesn't line up. But we are also with the imp. The imp is kind of interesting because we wouldn't be starting at 4 and then go up to 5 directly, wouldn't we? Or is it 0/0? No, it's +1 at the beginning of the game, right? But I think the parry is probably a better take here. Heavy Retriever would also be an interesting one if we're going live. But that's also buffing other things. I don't really like that. I think the Young Parrot is the best one here. Also, overall, the Young Parrot is just good in this patch, so I think we're doing that. And then we can kind of buff something up to his level next turn, kind of, if we do get a Slay. It's also a little bit subject to not working out of this, but that's... yeah, see, we can put the Elaine out here, and he would buff it up to his level, almost. Only almost, because it's going to be a 5 and a 4. Well, in this case, we're actually putting her out there, because we can do this, and that way she still gets the buff. And maybe we win the game this match as well, so maybe that is worth it. But I think that might be better than actually putting her out there. Reprint. Nah, we didn't get the buff. That means she does need to go out there. But now it's a 5-3, right? And this is going to be 6, so she's actually a little bit behind now. We could try it again, but... Imp is also not a bad tech here, because he could actually catch up to the Parrot if it does Slay. This is already where it's becoming a little bit complicated. If we take the Imp... and put it on the sideline... No. I think more so actually putting the... I think the Imp is a pretty good take here. It's just... I'm wondering how I'm doing this, because if I put the Elaine out here and don't Slay, she's never gonna come in there again. And if I put the small Imp out there, she's gonna get the buff to get closer to the Young Parrot. And this is gonna be way higher than the other two. So maybe this to get the Imp up to Parrot, and then if Parrot gets this, it's decent, and if not, well, whatever. But in this case, we might still want to take this. Or do we want to take a sturdy shield on the Parrot? Not terrible. It's a 5-4. It's gonna be... well, the Angel is gonna kill it, but if we hit the back line, we could technically win it as well, so... I don't know if that's a good take or a bad take, but it's a take. Also a chance. Not good. But not terrible either. Right. So that's decent, right? That's pretty good. But from here on out, we are in like a... how do we get the next characters to 5 in damage, right? That's a big ask. That's a big ask. And an evil character, I guess the health is not bad here on the parrot either. Having a bit of health on the parrot is definitely not bad, because we need it to slay, and if it doesn't hit slay the first time, having that extra health might make it slay the second time. Because I don't think any of these characters are worth taking, so if we do that and go roll, we can still get another tier 3, right? Yeah. What would be good here? Fox, probably. Nah, not the slay. What would be good tier 3? We need to think about that actually already now. What would be good to take in tier 3 here to catch up with? Acolyte, maybe. Actually, any ranged units might be okay, especially the Agent of the Moon, but... not really. I could see an Armored Egg and upgrading it, actually, but nah, I don't think so. Consti is bad. The Charmeleon would be fairly good, or at least interesting to roll into. Demon Sprite is already bigger, so that could be okay. Anything bigger, or that can catch up really quickly, would be good. And also don't have any, like, Magical Fog. Yeah, the Slay's not really working here. Mycroft, not really. Pirate Cook. I think the Pirate Gunner would be good, because again, it's giving us more options to scale something outside of our board to catch up. Romeo would be very, very good, because he's already a 5-3. That would be the best one to get right here, I think. Yeah, that would be the best one. Fluff is also not terrible, but not great either, because we don't really, again, Dying Breath things here. It would be good to line all the fluffs up that way, but probably not gonna happen. The Fool, I mean, it's something. There is, I think I would like to see that Romeo. That would be fantastic. Well, there's not a lot of good takes here. Not a lot of good takes. But I think we do take this for the parrot, anyway. So out of this, I'm thinking the Fool. I would normally never take the Fool, but in this specific situation, it's not. I mean, the Elaine is also not terrible to scale out on the hand here, but she would not catch up, would she? No. That's the thing. The parrot is only good for a very short amount of time for the Bearskin here, because it wouldn't catch up out here. So I think the Fool is better, because that would actually line up next turn. Because in tier 3 they are gonna get +2/1, right? So that would actually be 7 next time. So I think the Fool is pretty good here. Awkwardly, right? And I think it's probably better to put the Imp here, because we want the Fool to not really attack. We just want him to die and scale with the rest next turn. So this is probably it. Okay. That was the Bruni. That was a big one. Another Fool is not terrible, because it's already 7. Demon Harbinger, absolutely not. I think we go Fool here, and then probably reroll. I can't really see anything else here that would make any sense to me. Spell? No, we don't wanna. No. Sprite is pretty good. Sprite is not bad. We could take it next turn. I would line sort of up. Not really, but... Lizards. Let's check up on this guy. It's not really doing anything. So the problem is we can't really... I mean, I would have taken something here if we could take something, but... What else would we be able to take in this shop that would be better than the Demon Sprite? I can't think of anything. So how much is this going to be next turn? It's 2/1, so... Demon Sprite on the bench next turn, get a Slay, then he would catch up to them next turn after that. I'm trying to figure out if the Demon Sprite even gets to it, but I think he will. I would probably rather have a range, but we're never gonna get Holmes up there, we're never gonna get the Agent of the Moon up there, or very unlikely. And I don't want to put it out there to... It would need a Pirate Gunner to actually scale up the other ones out there. Yeah, and even then, Pirate Gunner is also only a 3/2, so it's Already now it's starting to become a little bit awkward here. But I think Sprite is a login. Might as well take the Blizzard here. We could also sell this to take that. Or actually directly take... I think it might be worth actually just taking the Demon Sprite here directly. If we do that, and this does kill something... If it does kill something, he would be 12, where these would be 9. I mean, we could also just put it in there, but I don't think that actually lines up as well as putting him out here. I think we just put him in there, actually. I think I'm okay with that. Should we have one in the back here? Yeah, I actually better with them up there. This is 9. No, yeah, this is 9 next turn. So the problem is that doesn't line up with him. I don't know, I'll figure it out, I guess. It's just not great, because that's gonna be 9, yeah. So that 10 is a problem. So he kind of needs to come out now, funny enough. He actually needs to come out to make it line up, and hopefully he's gonna get his buff here, because that would make him a 12. And they're gonna be 11. Well, it doesn't line up anyway, so just keep him in there. Another Sprite would be okay. Another Sprite would be okay here. But anything else in tier 3? No, I don't think I think Sprite is probably it. Could take a treasure as well. The Fool is just... Is that 100%? Is that going to 100% actually? Nah, it's only, what, 60? What is he upgraded actually? Not that it matters too much, but it could be good in the late game to have him in there actually. The Fool. He is 2 highest. Okay, so it's just the 2 highest. So it's basically the same as it is now. We just don't have that lineup anymore. Charmeleon. Charmeleon. I don't think we're doing that. Do I want a tier 3 treasure? Is there anything in tier 3 that would be worth taking to not line up our guys here? I doubt it. I do doubt. Baby Mimic would be... Immutable Idol will actually line everyone up, but also take them down to where we don't want them, so... Live Essence isn't bad, because it's just buffing everyone. But anything else? Not really. Silent Bell, maybe? Silent Bell could maybe be a thing, but also not really. Anvil Starbook, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, but it's probably worth taking something to just put out here, but I don't think this is the answer. Resolve, so you go to 12. Maybe that's gonna line it up even better later on. Because he would be behind them next turn. He would be 10, they would be 11, so he's probably coming out. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just looking for... Not that. 100% not that. Pirate Cook, Rock, Kappa. No. I think only a Demon Sprite here would be a take. Fishing Rod. Oh, I would take that Parrot. But we're gonna slay the back line here, so... Dagger, no. We could scale another Parrot out there, but again, I don't feel like it's a good choice. I don't feel like it's a good choice. I think this is pretty decent on the Sprite, or even the Yimp. Just put him out there. I'm not sure if we are ever gonna use him, but might as well have one character out there. Unless this is... Oh wow, that's a... Just... That Parrot is just absolutely crazy big, isn't he? Holy moly. Okay. Turn 6, 36 damage Parrot. Holy moly. Tier 4, right. We have a Book Mage. Tomorrow's Tailor is kind of interesting. Tomorrow's Tailor is a very interesting character here, sort of. If I could get him up to level with the rest of... But now it's gonna be what? It's gonna be... 3-2, right? 3-2, so they're gonna be 14. So he's not catching up right now. Could we get him up +1? Potentially. Going first is probably a good idea. But yeah, the parry is of course not working here, so we kind of need to get the other ones. I probably should just do this. But if I could get one more stat in on him, we could get we could get the sprite and him up to level with the rest next turn, which might be very, very good. Well, I also have a sword. I think I'll take the sword as well here, because we might need it later on. Well, this is not bad. This ain't bad at all. I kind of like this. I do kind of like this. We also need to think about like late game, and I think this is definitely working for our late game if we can get him slaying a couple of times. Because we could take some pretty big units in the late game then. Roll. I don't know if we can get him up to speed. But it would be interesting to have 2 in there. We also have a decent Tanuki out there. That's also not too far from the pack. But we don't have monsters right now. But I think the Tailor is worth thinking about. I think we will take him maybe. I think if we could get another Tailor up to speed, then we might have a... He needs a resolve to get there, right? A resolve spell would get him there. So it's kind of, or a, you know, some kind of weapon that could get him there. We do have a small short sword, which with just one other small spell could get him there. So let's see what we can do. They got to 13. I messed this up so hard. Well, yeah, I did. I hate the Bearskin. It's just so hard to, because I was thinking, oh, they're gonna go up 1. No, they're gonna go up 3. Right? They're gonna go up 3. So I messed that up. How are we gonna fix that? I can't really fix it here. So already now I'm starting to think, okay, maybe we are just having this pretty decent mid game with a lot of tempo, and we are trying to figure out how do we get into the late game with some kind of setup. I think we still go take him, but I'm not sure how we get him up to speed. Well, actually, he is on to speed with that, so that kind of works. So we do have the 11s again. We could actually take out an... We actually kind of want this scale, don't we? This Tomorrow Terror is not up to speed with the rest because this is going to 14. So we're 1 behind on him, but then we can move that over there. And it's just the demon not really being up to speed, which might be okay. It might still work out. 11. Well. I don't think the small limb is worth it here. But then again, I could just... I would rather actually do this right now. I think I'd rather do this. It's just the Tanuki is a little bit strange to take now because we don't have anything that scales with the Tanuki here. He's just scaling himself, and oh, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't. That was a bad take because yeah, he's +2 attack permanently. Is just gonna be messing up everything here. He's never gonna work out for me. That was stupid. That was a big mistake. That was a massive mistake. Elementary Insight on the other hand. No, I think I'd rather roll actually. Stupid. Stupid. Whatever. Whatever. Come on, tomorrow's tailors. Hit something good. Yes. Yes. Because that means that our shops could catch up to the rest of the pack here. Which is kind of good. Not quite, but, you know. So we have a 15, we have 14s, we have 113, we could do this, and it would be the 13. Right, so that's the problem. We kind of need something to buff the other one up to that level, or I don't think he's in. He's not in. He's definitely not in. Is there anyone we kind of want to scale, if anything? Maybe the guy, this guy could come in at some point again instead of the imp. Because he got more health, but it's not gonna be for a while, and it only happens if the young parrots hit something as well. Aladdin... I guess it's okay to kill the Juliet in the back here, but you're not great either. I think we roll this shop. Don't think we need health. That is pretty good, because that will align him with the rest. Magical Fox on 9. I don't think so. Elaine on 5, not really. Juliet on 12. No, we're not gonna go that route. This is not terrible, giving this guy a little bit more health. I'll take a bit of health. Actually, that short sword is potentially worth picking up here. Just because we, again, lining up things later on could be very important to me, so let's just do it. We are really, really playing into the whole Bearskin thing here a lot. I'm not sure it's going to be good late game. I think tier 5, we actually need to start taking things that I think could be good for a pivot. What is that pivot? Right now it's just... I don't know. It also depends on the Tomorrow Tailors hits, because if they get big enough, we could just pivot into anything, basically. Except from maybe Stealth right now. That has probably run its course. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm still kind of tempted to go for that Sprite, actually. I can even put it out there and it would actually match up, and the other one might also catch up. Or a demon build late. A demon build might be that might be something here in the demon builds, but I don't know. Summoner builds or something like that. Hitting first is probably a good idea. But yeah, that demon sprite, it's tempting to go get it and put it out there with, well, that wouldn't line up actually, because we would need an extra damage. But we could have it in the bench, and the flying parrot. I'm gonna go with no actually. Maybe that was the thing I should have done, but I don't know. At least we still have a pretty good lineup of characters here. That was probably the best one we could hit, so at least we got that. Alright. Tools is a little bit meh. They're just big stats. Sea Wedge, Acolyte. Young Tango is close to lining up here. But I don't think Slay is the answer. I mean, with a Sea Wedge, it's... with the it's very tempting to go for that here. We could actually bring her up to 16. Is this where we are lining it up for a Slay build? We could definitely get this slaying. It's not the best one to line it up for, but let's take a look here. This is not good. It's not bad either for Slay. We have another Slay builder. We have a Radiant Fairy, a big boy kind of mage, a bit of Slay. We have Owls, Sprouts, Taylor, Duelist. Not terrible, I guess. And this one also... The Slay is not... Starchild? Ooh! Is this a Star Run? Is this where we are trying to scale a Starchild really big? Core Fusion could come into play as well here. I mean, he's 14 already. The other thing I'm wondering is like a Nocturne, but it's also not really lining up that well. I think a Starchild might be it. I'm just not. It could be funny with the Sea Witch Tengu here, but I feel like it might be more stars with what the other guys take here. This seems like more in the line of what I probably want to go for here. We could actually get him in there, which I definitely will. I guess the Imp is probably the worst one. That was interesting. Should I just do this? Or should I just leave him as he is? Maybe just leave him as it is. Yeah, if we find another one, that might be interesting to do, but... Like, freshen up, I think. Actually, that health is also pretty big, but... A 12th Gretel? It's pretty hard to make that work, I suppose, but it's also not terrible. Haymaker is also just rather decent, because if we could get her up to speed, we would just have more stats overall in there. But I'm, again, not too sure about that. Tempe is actually a pretty big boy here, but not really either here. Not really seeing it. A Parrot upgrade, I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Or is it? I don't need a tier 2 and it wouldn't be lining up. No, I don't think so. This is still pretty big because we could just have him being bigger than the rest for now. It wouldn't be... I mean, he won't get the health, which is not that important to him. So maybe it is the right call here just to buff him up even further to get a bigger star out. But I would probably rather find another one of him rather than actually doing that. Collect. No, not it. That's not it. He's 16. But he's buffing demons, so... Yeah, no, I don't think so. Another demon. Dr. Watson, Pendragon. Pendragon Starchild booster build is probably okay, but it's... Yeah, I think we are more so lining it up to take like Oberon and stuff like that late. Right now I'm probably just looking for the Starchild and let the Tomorrow's Tailor do their duty right here. Because I think the stars are going to be fairly massive in who we're up against, and also the Tomorrow's Tailor is making Oberon bigger, they're making Starchilds bigger, they're making all the things we want for the stars, maybe except for Bluebell. It's pretty good here for a late game build. So I don't think Pendragon here is going to be an answer to anything. A tier 4 treasure might be good, not gonna lie. Sounds pretty good to me, but... We can't, nah. We can't really sell a whole lot of things here to get it. Mad Oblivion, nah, I don't think so. I kind of want treasures, it's just what treasures would be good with... right now I'm thinking we're going stars. There is definitely something about the double casters and stuff like that that would be good here. Just casting more spells with this build up. So it might be good. It might be good. Higher map wouldn't be that great. Power back is also decent here, just because it's just increasing our tempo. Even rising power, all of that is fairly okay. Celestial Harp, I'm not too sure about that one, but that's also not tier 4. But a tier 4 seems like a good option to take as a first treasure. I think I do take it, I'm just not sure. It's also making him bigger to slay more often to get those big numbers. The problem is, we don't really have anything lined up with tier, what is that? It's +4, so 21 actually. I think I'll put the imp over here. It's the most likely one to actually catch up here. Because it's gonna go to 21, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Whatever. Alright, that's not terrible. But I think we do take the upgrade here. Because of how many good things in tier 4 there is. Oh, wait, hold on. Do we probably remove these? Because they're not needed on him. When we upgrade him. Probably could be useful other places. So he's 45, so he's, he's gone. he's into the, extreme now. Mana Catalyst? No. Power back? Or carrot? We do have items, but we just don't have any food. So I think it's just power back just for the tempo here. So we're actually at 25. Yeah, we're not getting anything to 25 here, are we? I don't think that's a +4/+4, but it's also taking stats, so it's probably not great. I think I'm gonna twist this, probably. Just, a chance of getting a good tier 5 here that is pretty high in stats could be good. Maybe, not the egg. Oh, that's... Oh! 22, 23, 23, 23. Kind of like that. Don't need him in the back, but whatever. Well, that is kind of a... It doesn't line up with the other ones, of course, but potentially with some spells and stuff, so they're gonna go to 27, and then the other ones are gonna come in again, but only the 25s here. It's more important lining those two up right now than it is the other ones, to be honest. Let's roll and see what we get else in this shop. That could... Can we do anything there? Can we do anything there? I mean, if we're going for a star build, we might as well take the Nocturne here, to be honest, but... I don't know if I hold for this, because he's just not gonna be big enough, is he? Well, this does give some scaling. +2/+2, that's 19. I don't know if it's big enough. So that is going to 27, so I don't think we catch up. But then again, we are definitely moving toward a sleigh build in that case. I think we let it go, maybe. But here's the thing, is there anything else I would log in? Maybe a Star Child. Actually, I think we do log in the Nocturne. I might take him. I should probably take him this turn in that case. But then again, the Tomorrow Teller does make him bigger. Yeah, the Young Parrot is making him... Well, I think this is just better. Locking him in, getting that +2/+2 on him. If we do take it. He might catch up to the rest of them here. Potentially, but... The thing is also, I think he's actually getting bigger with the sleighs, isn't he? No, he's not. The other one's getting bigger with the sleighs. Oh, we might be... Yeah, we're taking a big hit here. Or a small hit. So yeah, it's now 51, 25, 26, 25. So it's now we're kind of going into a build where we don't really care about the bearskin anymore because Nocturne. So they're not lined up anymore. I think we just go for it. 25, 9. We definitely need him up to speed. And also getting more stars would be good here. And him just scaling this shop here is really good because we need some big units out there in terms of Oberon and stuff like that. Yeah, Oberon, Tatiana, stuff like that. Or yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. I'm not too sure. Actually, take this. This is not terrible. Double Sea Witch. Yes, we do that. Pair it out. Oh, yeah, we're definitely gonna sell for this. Yes, yes. I guess the Fool. Biggest problem here is, of course, we have this whole Orkly kind of setup here. You don't need that. We are on 20 here, 17 here. Probably over here instead because that's 20, 20, and 21. Well, at least we get the Sea Witch and Nocturne up there. The rest, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna line up anymore. We are definitely just, okay, now we're focusing on some kind of build, and right now we're just going pretty high on the slay, but also very high in the stars. It's star slaying, right? It's star slaying, but we have such huge numbers that we are gonna get a good amount of it, and that's gonna, I mean, something for slay here would be good, like, very good actually. And that's actually in tier 5, so we have 2 tier 5 to turn into the Crescent Blade or whatever its name is. That would be probably the perfect one here. Ouch. Not the worst one to hit, but nice. We get more. Alright. Not terrible. I like that. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. 24, 25, 21, 23, 24, 23. Put that there. That's 3 24s. That's not terrible, unless we find something that upgrades them or something like that. What are we looking for? Just Oberon would be pretty good. Tatiana would be really good. Upgrade would be really good, right? That's it. There could be other things that I can't think of. Mermaid is... no, it's not really a thing here. Woman in the Moon. Oh, yeah, that's also a thing. She's also a thing with this kind of slay build. We need to take her. We need to take her. It's definitely gonna happen. Okay. And roll again. No. 18 damage is quite a significant amount for the Nocturne. That is the highest number. So that's just some pretty big stars. Or even for the stars, yeah, just pump one big star in there. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. It's probably more worth it on him. But is it better than just... I think maybe rolling is better here for the Crescent Blade. But that's a I mean, that is big with the current setup we have. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really huge. That is a huge number, power increase. Do we need it? Maybe actually, because it's pretty nice to actually slay. I went into slay, even though I know it's not good against this. And also not really great against some of the other things. But it's not Yeah, this is also not great for Slay, I suppose, in the long term. But I guess we really just went for it, didn't we? I think I need to go for a Crescent Blade here. Another Tomorrow's Tailor. Well, I guess we didn't get it. You get that on the other hand. I guess that's even better. Sort of. It's kind of awkward, but I think we do go for it. Even now. So we don't have to log in this shop. Because I'm never gonna play that Parrot, I'm never gonna play the Fool. I think the stars are coming out. I'm still gonna go for the Tomorrow's Tailor here because it's very likely he's gonna slay them more than anyone else out there. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. It's big enough numbers that I feel like I'm probably gonna be okay against this. Unless he kills my Tomorrow's Tailor, that would be annoying with that Hermes, but it is what it is. It actually is a pretty hard matchup here for us, but if we lose, we're probably not gonna lose that much. I got double Hermes, that's terrible here. That was, yeah. Yeah, I think we're fine. Just one of those women in the moon was enough. Okay. Not terrible, but not great either, because we didn't get really good slaying here. So we got this guy at 25, which is not great. So that's 26. 27. Yeah, that's the problem with this whole build, right? But we're also we are kind of ignoring that a little bit here. Rummage, could that give me anything that I want? A big spell? I don't think we're big enough to get a really big spell. Another Star Child. There's another tier 5 I could get. But I'm not sure we are in Star Childs right now. I think we're more in the Nocturne situation. Not that the Star Child is bad. What's 14? Pretty big spell for 14, for 4 gold here, but that's some pretty big stuff. The Sea Witches is a little bit of a problem. I should probably also spike them up a little bit, but we don't really get it. Boost. Nope. Well, Tatiana is pretty good. But I don't know if we're just doing Woman in the Moon here instead and just, you know, slays. I don't feel like the stars are gonna be... I think the stars are gonna be big enough anyway. Yeah, I don't think I take her. I don't think we actually take her. I mean... I don't know if we get enough slay in to make it work, but if we don't get enough slay in, is the Woman in the Moon is enough in there? No, not really. But I don't feel like I take her. An Oberon, maybe. But Tatiana right now, I feel like I'd rather try and find that upgrade and... Ah, it's a rough choice here. Let's check up on this guy. Is he really, really hard to kill? Not really. It depends on who hits first. Maybe. Because if we can get a Woman in the Moon up and running with that Tomorrow's Tailor, I think we're good to go. But do I want her in there right now instead of anything we have? No, I don't think so. I'd rather have the Sea Witches, rather have the Nocturnes. Maybe we could go down one Nocturne and still get enough stars to make it really worth it here. But I just think... I'm really unsure about it. I think I do take her, but it might be a big mistake. Because I'm not using her, right? I'm not using her here. Dang it. Well, we still get the... Okay, fine. We're good. And we get more slays, which is good. There we go. It's not only about winning, it's also about getting something out of the Nocturnes here. Alright. Alright. 18 damage is pretty big. It's a pretty big stick. She's a 38. 51, 49, 32. I mean, I don't really care too much about the whole thing there. But if anyone, it should probably be the Nocturne being buffed. I mean, that line's sort of up here with her, but let's just see what else we find in the shop. Because I don't think we have seen the best version of... Okay, Nocturne upgrade is... That's gonna happen. Also for the Crescent Blade here. We do get it, that's perfect. And then we plump in her, so they line up. Question is, do we put a Star Child in there now because of the Tatiana? He would definitely be spiked up a lot here, but is he big enough to put in there instead of the Tomorrow's Tailor? I think I'd rather have the Tomorrow's Tailor, to be honest. To just keep... The Hermit is not terrible because he's going first. I do kind of like that, and he's a 38-25 Hermit already. Celerity, but that Hermit's attack first kind of thing is significant. But I don't need another tier 5 treasure, so it's only for him hitting first always, right? So we get that Woman in the Moon spike. It seems good. It seems pretty good. But he's not surviving it right now, so we don't actually need him. We need him kind of here, or fourth spot. Maybe Tatiana here? Nah, we want her in the back line, actually. It's kind of strange, but it's also kind of good. Right? It's a little bit awkward, but it's okay. I guess we can get the Tomorrow's Tailor out there again by doing that. Or it's the question of which one do we want to keep. We could also sell some of these, actually. They don't really do anything for me anymore. 29. Well, this one actually do something for me, so I'll keep that one. Well, no, it doesn't anymore now, so it doesn't matter. Hero Helix, Bearskin, nah. Garlic Cabinet, probably not. I don't know. I guess the Hero Helix is not terrible. It's a lot of stats, basically, but... It's not really a great tier 5, but it's not terrible either. I guess I'll take it. 80, 32, 62... So I guess we just put maybe the Star Child in there, because that's still gonna be a big number of stars. And I think stars are gonna be better here, rather than Tomorrow's Tailor. I don't think we're looking for a lot of different things here, except for maybe an Oberon instead of Star Child. Oh, Hermes. I think I'll take another Hermes, actually. In that case, yeah, Hermes. I'm not looking for maybe to upgrade it. I'll probably just 2 Hermes. It's just better, right? It's just better. And then just let the slay woman in the moon here slay when they are really big, because the Hermes is gonna kill something first. And then just, you know, the whole shebang back here doing its stuff to make it work. I like it. I like it. Oh, there we go. So that's actually the... So he's gonna get spiked instead of the Tatiana, which is also probably preferred. He's 40 already. And we slayed, and we got the numbers up. We got the numbers up further. Yeah, this should be good. The only thing is probably scams, but even scams are not that scary with stars out there being as big as they are here. I'm questioning if I need another Hermes. Well, that's some big numbers. Maybe we do. Ooh, actually slaying here might be a problem. We might have a problem. This is the only guy that is really a problem because he got so high numbers. And a scam. Might want to upgrade the Hermes just to get through that, actually. That's really my biggest worry right now. Oberon is... He's a big boy. He's a big boy, but we need to slay to get it working, unless we're starting with a Star Child. This is where, do we go Star Child Oberon instead of the Hermes? Or even instead of the Woman in the Moon here, to get just massive stars out to kill all these boys? But It's I mean, with the Tatiana, it could potentially be enough to just get through all that. Present Blade is still working if we do when we do slay to get even more stars in, of course. Because right now we're not really slaying anything in there. Without it's gonna be. I think we're still okay. I mean, we're still okay, but we definitely need to get a little bit lucky with the hits to also get the slay early on, so we actually, you know, get the stars going. And then in that case, I feel like maybe this is actually better right now. Hermes, maybe not so much. I don't know. That might have been a really terrible mistake here. I'm not sure yet. Because I don't have a lot of room to actually find something else. Well, that is alone pretty big, but how are we gonna... Because now we do get a star child out here. So we do get 2 big stars to begin with. And then whatever potentially the Hermes... I mean, the Hermes are gonna die here, so that's actually not working. Maybe we just do that. Who is the smallest unit here? 32 Tatiana. 35, I guess. I actually give it to Oberon. I don't think they're doing anything in there because they don't slay his units to begin with, so it doesn't really matter with him in there. And therefore, the Star Child Oberon is better because that is a massive star, 2 massive stars. And then whatever stars we get after that, hopefully Oberon is going to be alive. Tatiana, actually, we might want Oberon back here instead of Tatiana. Nah, Tatiana is better because she's copying all the slays from Nocturne as well. So it is like this, but nothing would be ideal here. And if we do get an early slay somehow, I just don't see it right now. One of the women in the moon could be big. Maybe this is actually better. So he could hit first. And one of these women in the moon could maybe slay something, and the other one could be boosted, but it's unlikely to happen. We're more relying on our stars this time around, which is not great, to be honest. We might lose this one, also because of that. We're really gonna be out of it here. Summoning guild, yeah, okay. That was my worry about the direction we went with here, with Slay, because we don't really have the numbers on him. We don't have a good way to slay him. How are we gonna... I don't know how we're gonna beat him right now. It's just, again, the wrong way here. It's just completely... And this is also 2 big numbers to deal with right now. We don't have the numbers on them. But maybe more so than the other guy. Maybe Oberon should be in there. Instead of the Star Child. Yeah, I think so, actually. Oh, instead of the woman in the moon here. Tricky, 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 tricky. I think we're looking for something in power levels over here. Dramatic reveal. I don't know if that's worth it for 5 gold. Maybe it's... there is a couple of things we could get that it would be worth it, but not a whole lot. Demeter, I guess no, if that doesn't work. You need 5 turns to make it work. Ugly Dog and Demeter. I guess Demeter is not terrible, but it's every 3 round. I'm actually gonna skip this, I think. That was not worth it at all. Tatiana, I guess tier 6 could be a savior. And upgrading her would be okay, but it's starting to look like a loss here. Upgraded Hermes. We could get to it. I think we will get to it. Him upgraded is definitely better than not upgraded because he's slaying more often that way, and we can also put out the other woman in the moon. So he's 111 there. That's pretty good. Upgrade. Aura? What would that do? I've never understood this aura. When do you ever take the symbol of unity, right? It's like, there is probably 1 or 2 comms that could... Well, it's not very often you take the aura. I've done it, and it does work, and when it does work, it's very good, but I can't even think of what comb is that. It's just never really... It's just such a slight opportunity of use, right? Cat elves are no. I think we just take the shot of Excalibur here, because if we could get a... Not even... I don't think it's better than the power back right now, actually. Well, it probably is, but... Terrible tier 5, right? But yeah, I think we do take the shot here. I can't use it this turn, so it's not better this turn, but it might be better next turn. Is Tatiana better to have in there instead of Oberon? Just more stars, basically. Because that is already 83. Nah, I think Oberon is probably worth it. It's probably worth it. Let's see how it goes. Please kill something. Yes! Good. That's just so important. It's just so important because we get the stars then. And the slay for the woman. It's just so important getting that Hermes to slay. It's just... Hopefully he can also slay the demons now. Maybe we have a win. It's just... It's so important him doing that. He's 155, of course. Woman in the Moon upgrade? Yes, we do take a tier 6. Yeah, go for it. Auras is absolutely massive. Don't think we need that. Aura is massive here because of Nocturne. And also the Sea Witch. I think Tatiana maybe instead of the Star Child. Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna slay if he just hits first. Yeah, and he does hit first, so... We actually want him to hit first 2 times. Because he's not dead the first... Yeah, if we could find a hit first here, he would hit first. He wouldn't die from that, and then he would hit again. So that's just a lot of slays. So that's actually one of the best things we could find right now, is hitting first kind of things. Tatiana, I guess we do take that. Another tier 6. I'm not too sure what would be better than the shard, but there's probably a couple of things. I mean, her upgrade is definitely worth it, so we can get the Star Child out there to get more. Aura is not terrible here because of the Hermes. Even that is pretty damn sweet. 1, 2 for each different type on your board. You know what? I think that might be better, actually. The orchestra here. It's just high numbers, and a lot of our characters like high numbers. I like that, actually. It might have been better to go for Hermes here if he do have a spike in his performance, but yeah, I'm not sure to strike here. I think we're okay with doing that, actually. Dying Breath? No. Please don't hit that. Good. Good. We get to 2,000 or something like that? Yeah, okay. Now that might be enough, because also this... Actually, it's still scary, because if that angelic commander... If we slay her first and then just keep summoning going out to that Excalibur, you know, that is scary. But I think we got him here first time, down to 2 health. But that might... We need to get a little bit lucky. Flying would actually be good to take care of that Archdemon. Sort of. And also hitting first is kind of good. I don't know what else we can find right now, except from that. We pretty much have our comps here. I mean, something instead of the Star Child could potentially be better, but I'm not sure what that is, in all honesty. Maybe another Tatiana, just to get as many numbers we can in there, with that 1 slave we get. Another Hermes. No. I don't think his numbers are going to be big enough. But Tatiana doubling a second time the star she's already making is probably better than the Star Child. Because we are gonna slay. That's not a question here. We're gonna slay. The question is which one are we gonna slay? If we have that unlucky situation where we're gonna slay the angelic commander, well, then we're probably not gonna get that many slays in. And that means also he's gonna start some. He's actually, if we hit the angelic commander, he has a more likely chance of playing up against us. Because that means the archdemon is gonna. No, it's not. Because the archdemon do not summon unless it's a demon, and she's not a demon. Well, evil. But he could make that evil. If he makes that angelic commander evil and we slay that first, that is a problem. Massive problem. I would not love to see that. But otherwise, I think we're actually okay. Another overrun is not terrible to get, I suppose. I'm just not sure if it's needed in there. I think the numbers are big enough for the... but I will take another tier 6, I suppose. I'm not even sure if we need another tier 6. The orchestra could probably be upgraded with... I don't actually know if there is an upgrade to the orchestra right now. That's a bit awkward, but I did take it anyway. I don't know if there is an upgrade at all to this. I mean, the orchestra is definitely a little bit meh. The aura is probably best we can get. Present Blade 2, that's the 2 best. And I don't know, there's probably something. I don't even need to go look for it. I don't think we need to. I think he's probably dead here. The only thing is, evil, he didn't bring it evil. But he did, so it's gonna be a little bit more tricky than normal, but look at those stars. I mean, he's not gonna get through those numbers with his archdemon. They're just gonna be dead here. Yeah. It's yeah, so it all worked out in the end, but I think if this was a live kind of game, I think we would have struggled a lot more because holy moly, getting through those numbers to begin with was not great. That was a round where it's like, okay, we got a problem here, but we got there in the end. A slay star, mostly star, but it's a slay star, right? It's the slay star because we needed it to slay to make it work. But getting that Hermit was definitely the key to unlocking the success here. 100%. But I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good run. Overall, pretty fun as well. I like the... I just like playing asynchronic right now because you just get into some more crazy builds that way. You just get into more end-game situations where it's fun to play. At least I'm pretty good at getting into that right now. I don't know how many. I got probably 9 first places and 1 third place in the last 10 games or something like that. So yeah, you go figure. But you could say it's easier. Yeah, yes, maybe so. But the boards are still fairly hard sometimes. Just not right now. It just seems like I'm getting into some pretty good lobbies with the difficulty, but I'm not gonna go up in difficulty, right? It doesn't give me anything going up in difficulty, and I am trying to go as far as I can on the leaderboard. Staying on 100% is the best for me, even though it might be a little bit easier than the live games. I just feel like this is just more fun right now. So anyway, that's gonna be it. The Slay star build here with Bearskin, also okay for Bearskin. I guess very good early to mid game, and then converting when we got that Nocturne, converting into something completely different where we just completely ignore his abilities. That's fine. It's the right call, I think. It is usually the right call. He's not gonna be good. You can really build his ability in the late game. That's not. It's just to get you there and be pretty good prepared for the late game. That's what Bearskin does, right? He's getting you into a late game situation, but he doesn't work in late game situations with his abilities. He just gets you there in a very reliable way, but it's a very hard way to make it work when you're playing live because you are on a timer and you have to do the math. You have to move things around to make the math and get some items to get that one up, and then future, think about the future as well. Who should be out here to get a parrot scale so he can come in next turn so it lines up, and it's so hard to do that many things in your head in a live version of the game. But here we have the time to do it, and even then I probably made a mistake here and there probably, but overall he's very fun to play in asynchronic. Yeah, not the last time I taken him in asynchronic, but in live, never. I would never take him there. I would just not take him. Well, maybe if there's no better option, but yeah, not really. Not really. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. See you around.